What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Videohomicide, back with another movie review. This time we're going all the way back to the 70s again. I feel like the last bunch of movies I've talked about have been from the 70s, but it's just such a great era of film. Like, not only just theatrical, but also TV films. So I popped in this recently, and if you've watched my channel update, you'll know why I watched it in two sittings. But anyways, we got The Brain of Blood from 71, directed by Al Adamson. This is a great film put out by Severin. Severin always puts out really good movies, I find, and good features and stuff like that. There's great features on here. Didn't actually get around to watching the commentary or listening to the commentary or watching the Memories of Blood little documentary here, but I'm sure it's fantastic. But anyways, if you've not seen The Brain of Blood, it is a movie about brain switching. Okay, so we got it starts off with this guy who's like this great leader of this foreign nation, but he's dying and he needs to go over to the States to have his brain transplanted into a healthy body. So once he dies, his team takes him over to the States. They go to this doctor and they get this operation underway where they remove the brain from this guy. And like the brain just looks like honestly like a big lop of shit. Like, it's hilarious. But they put it inside of this little unit where they plug like little jumper cables on it, and it like zaps the shit out of it, keeps it alive. And they're pouring blood like into it. So they have, this doctor has this little henchman who's like a little tiny dude. And down in the basement of this laboratory, there's these young girls they used to like drain their blood. And it's sort of ridiculous. And I'll admit, like, some of the parts within that dungeon, especially later on in the film, it kind of drags a little bit, but it's still good. But this brain operation is only halfway done when the doctor like shoos off the foreign leader's doctor and the foreign leader's crew. And once they get on the road and take off, they're attacked by this hitman kind of guy that drives a car, smokes a cigarette, wears like a fucking jean jacket, one of those 70s kind of badass dudes. And he's basically paid to kill this foreign leader's team of people because the mad doctor is a mad doctor, of course, and he wants to rule the nation on his own with the aid of the foreign leader. So that's basically his payment for doing the brain transplant, so to speak. But the doctor has a henchman named, I forget what the henchman's name was, but even the henchman has a henchman who's this big dude named Gore, who the doctor saved years ago because he was being attacked by these hillbillies, and the hillbillies like poured battery acid from a car battery on his face. That was like one of my favorite parts of the movies of the movie. And so the doctor patches him up, so to speak, and he just becomes like a henchman of the doctor's. And they use him to go stalk to find a new body to put this foreign leader's brain in. And basically what this Gore guy does is he follows this like home invader, like this burglar dude, to go he sneaks into an apartment. Gore sneaks up there. They have a little bit of an altercation, and then the burglar falls to his death, and now his body is just totally fucked, unusable. So they they end up using Gore's body. So they're putting this foreign leader's brain into this body of like this fucking freakazoid. And it's funny because the little midget dude that's the doctor's like sidekick or whatever, he's like, I'm gonna miss him even how he was, or like something like that. Like he like says he's gonna miss him, but then he like insults him in the same breath, which I just found hilarious. And I loved that little Dorf actor guy. He was hilarious. I loved his laugh all throughout the film, and he was just like a scumbag and just ridiculous, but really good stuff. Of course, the whole situation goes awry when one of the guys of the foreign leader's party survives this car crash, and he ends up going back to town. He meets up with this girl who's a friend of the foreign leader, and then he runs into this hitman dude again. They have this little bit of a chase scene, and then they end up, the hitman gets into his car that's been booby-trapped by the midget dude. It explodes totally Godfather style, and now this survivor and this chick, they're going back to the doctor, and that's when like the whole sort of what's going on thing happens. And really like that. The movie ends pretty good too. There is a bit of like a bit of what I consider downtime, because like the doctor has this gun like this X-ray gun that when he zaps it, it makes the foreign leader's head like go all fucking ape shit. So that's how he kind of tracks him down. And you know, the Mad Doctor gets his way in the end of this film, which I thought was hilarious. Basically, our final man, he gets killed, and or he doesn't get killed, but he gets used as the new foreign leader's body. And then it ends with like him at the podium at his own country and saying, you know, appointing the Mad Doctor to like the head of science of the country. And then it like shows his hand, then it's all cut to shit, which is like a throwback to something that happened earlier on in the film. And I really liked it. I think if you've never seen Brain of Blood, you should give it a chance. I know I probably just spoiled the fuck out of it, but looks like this movie's also known as The Creature's Revenge, The Oozing Skull, and it's featuring a 2K CRI scan. See, I'm not big on like the scans and this and that. Like, I don't really give a shit as long as it's quality. You know, I'm fine with the DVD. I don't need, like, I think 4K is like super expensive to transition over to. And then not only that, but now you got to rebuy this stuff. Like, I've never been of that camp. Not that I have anything wrong with it. I just, you know, I think it's, once I got it, I got it. Unless I find, again, like if I ran into the Videodrome Criterion collection for like $20, I would totally rebuy that for like the 4th time. But anyways, appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure you leave a 666 in the comments. And with that being said, adios.